What's good? How you doing? It's your girl D back with another video. This is going to be a interesting video of mine. I am going to bring you a few swatches, and then we're gonna get some tacos and talk about this debacle that Juvia's Place has set forth. So, like a lot of people, I ordered the Zulu Palette on launch day, the 12th of this month. At the time that this is being filmed, we just turned over to July 1st. It actually arrived on June 30th. When I finally actually got shipping, it was scheduled for July the 3rd, which was insane. So, here's our tacos, so we can talk about it. I also, in the order, got the 5-piece brush set that they offered too, and I got to wondering, because one of the reasons why I'm so very frustrated with my experience in obtaining this palette is that you guys know I'm expeditious when it comes to purchases. There's no difficulty there, but at the same time, what got me is that there were so many people who either got their items before me, which wouldn't have bothered me as much because I can understand that there's a high demand, but then they restocked the palette, and then people bought the palette when it was restocked and still got theirs before I did. Truth be told, maybe I'm just old-fashioned, but I think that sorry. Truth be told, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I think that it should be first come, first serve. And this way, at least, we have somewhat of an expectation. Because you're going to rub a lot of people the wrong way when people come and order after you and then get their stuff before you. That's like when you go to the restaurant. You sit down, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you see someone else come and sit down in the restaurant and place their order, and they get their food before you did, even though you've been there longer and placed your order first. That's pretty much the exact same premise. Now, the last time I was frustrated with Juvia's was, I think, the first time that I ever ordered from them with the Masquerade palette and how the pans were damaged. And then I contacted their customer service, and their customer service never responded. And it was a good maybe 6-7 months before I ordered from them again. That's why whenever I do order from Juvia's Place, I always encourage any and everybody, order through PayPal. Please. Of course, you do have right and recourse through your own financial institution, depending upon the method of payment, whether you did an ACH, whether you use your debit card, credit card, whatever. Of course, you do have that recourse, but PayPal's typically is going to be stronger than that of your home financial institution. I've been in banking for 11, almost 12 years. I've been in dispute resolution for a big period of that too. So I know how it is that it works behind the scenes when you initiate a dispute, trying to get money back for services that weren't provided, for product that wasn't received, duplicate charges, fraud, all that good stuff. PayPal's resolution center, though, one of the reasons why I like purchasing through PayPal is because if you initiate a dispute through PayPal, because PayPal is the middleman that it does the exchange of money from consumer to merchant, if you ever need to raise a dispute with them and they don't respond, it will bar them from accepting PayPal as a method of payment, which can really hurt their business. So that's one reason why I encourage it. Of course, you still have the same level of recourse with your home institution, but PayPal is what's going to hurt their pockets if you need to escalate it. So that's why I encourage that. Now, before I go too deep into the rant, let's look at the quality of the products, because regardless of the level of service that was presented, the quality is still stellar. I did use the Zulu palette for this particular look. So we've got, if you want a tutorial on this, I'll give you one. I figure there's enough out there right now. My anticipation was to go ahead and bring you a tutorial as soon as I got it, like I traditionally do. One eye, film another. But because I'm just not getting this today, I'm just going to give you swatches and then we're going to talk about some shit, okay? Okay. So, I used this, because this is an orange. I use this brown color in the crease. I use this purple color all over the lid. I use this green color here in the inner corner. I use purple here on the bottom of the lid, and I use some of this tealish color on the bottom lash line as well. There's no names for these particular colors, and some of the mattes, I'm a little disappointed because I really had to work to get this purple to show up. Usually if you have to do some work to get your product to show up, then it's not necessarily a quality product. There's nothing wrong with building coverage, but it's another thing when I literally have to pat and pat and pat, and then blend and blend and blend, and then pat and pat and pat, and then blend and blend and blend just to get color payoff. I'll do finger swatches starting with that purple. I had to get a lot on there. I did. Next up is, you know, this honestly reminds me of some watermelon. That's what I'm gonna call this. This is a watermelon kind of red. I want some watermelon so bad. That would be delicious. So there's that watermelon pink. Next up is a color shift that reminds me a lot because it's got a pink base and then a gold undertone. It reminds me a lot of shades I've seen in other palettes. I don't know if maybe they've got something like this in another palette already or not. But again, it's pink with a gold color shift. Then there's this pretty teal color. After that is this fluorescent green, which is very bright. Then there is kind of this, I wouldn't even say this is an emerald green. And then this matte brown. And it looks like a matte brown, but it's giving me some cinnamon, you know, kind of a oak kind of feel. Then there's this banana canary yellow that everybody was going crazy over. And finger swatches are not, they're just not hitting for me. At least on the mattes. The shimmers are fine, but the finger swatches on the mattes weren't the best. I did brush swatches as well, and they weren't really hitting either. And then last but not least, this ridiculous highlighter ass orange. Ooh. So there you go. Again, the shades don't have names. So I can't really, you know, usually a lot of, there's a level of intent that goes into things. I'm sure that there is a level of intent that went into with this, but usually the shades have names. Now, normally I unbox on camera for you guys as well too, because I always try to get a witness just in case the shit is janky. I can say that everything was intact. It was in foam. Everything was wrapped in this styrofoam here. And then my palette had a little bit, I ordered 2 of them. I ordered an extra just in case because I knew the shit was going to sell out. And I've got a lot of friends in makeup groups. So there was some crumbs, some shade, like it'd been either jostled or just not properly handled at least. So I had a little bit of smudging from where it was. But everything arrived fine. The brushes are quite interesting. So the light pink brush set, handcrafted synthetic brushes, consists of one pointy precision blending brush, which is this motherfucker right here. Then it has one tapered powder brush. The pointy precision blending brush, perfect for cut creases and defined eye looks. The tapered powder brush, perfect for blush, contour, and highlighter placements on the cheek. Then they have a sculpting brush, perfect for eyeshadow placements on and blending on the crease. A blending brush. I want to say this is maybe the sculpting brush, and this is the blending brush. And then this is the shader brush, which is, just for eyeshadow powder placement. And you can, use it on the crease if you would like. I don't know. I use it just to do shadow all over the lid. And then I used this to apply that brown in the crease area. Now, 5 for $25 is fairly priced. They seem to be wooden in material. Apparently the other brushes that they have are labeled. These are not, so that's why there's a little bit of confusion on which brush is what, other than obviously this is a powder brush. But for and this is the pointy. I hope that's what they intended to be pointy. And then these here, I know that's the shader brush, but this blending and then the sculpting, I don't know. So there was a review on that in regards to, they wish that they were labeled. I'm okay with it. I've got a million brushes as it is. So, and I just did the review for the storybook, What's in a Name, rose face brushes, and I love, these are so soft. Just, tale as old as time. The other brushes that they have, everything's all sold out. And there's, as you're browsing an item that's sold out, there's a little button that says email me when available. Okay, cool, fine. The Zulu Palette, $17.50, I believe. It was $17.50. Packaging is nice. States the ambiance of the Zulu eyeshadow palette takes on a new character. It exemplifies the rich arts of the Ndebele people of South Africa, embodied with colorful symmetry and precision, a limitless expression of self through eccentric hues, earth tones, and exotic metallic shades. So, okay. Now, I like the iridescence to this. I do like the packaging. Again, my number one grief with Juvia's has always been, I understand that Sister Sookie right here is a bad little mamma jamma, but I want a mirror. I am sick of having to get the palette, get my brush, pick it up, go ahead, put this down, get the mirror, and then look. I only have two hands. Okay? Now, let's get into why it is that I am upset. As mentioned, again, to get this within a few minutes, just a few minutes. Like, this went on sale at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 Eastern, since they're based in New Jersey. I bought this at 11:16 a.m. Had no problems purchasing whatsoever. It sold out within maybe an hour and a half or so. So one of the very first people to buy it, at least I was under the impression of thinking so. And again, as the week progressed, so many people were talking about, oh, I got my shipment notification. Oh, I got my shipment notification. I didn't get anything. According to Juvia's website, their processing time for order fulfillment is 5 to 7 business days. The interesting catch that not a lot of people may have paid attention to is that their refund policy states that after 10 days, not 10 business days, but 10 calendar days, after 10 calendar days have passed, you're not eligible for a refund anymore. But the length of processing for fulfillment is 5 to 7 business days, excluding weekends and holidays. I ordered on a Monday, counting 5 to 7 business days for that. That puts me right at that 10th day where I'm no longer eligible for a refund. Very well played, Juvia. Very well played. But again, there were so many people that were getting their items before me, and it was just so frustrating to see. So I started looking into their Instagram, seeing, okay, let me see what is or what's going on, or because Juvia's does have an email for customer service, and then they do engage or interact on their Instagram somewhat. So I was going on their Instagram and looking, and I looked through hundreds of comments as I'm seeing other people that are not getting what it is that they ordered. You know, one person, you know, I sent emails, I made an order, and these comments are going to be intermittent because some of them I took as soon as I saw them, and then some of them I went back over to see. I made an order, however, it's been days, still hasn't been dispatched. Really wish my order would be sent out already. Made an order last Monday, have yet to get tracking info. My friend ordered the same day and same things as me and got hers the same day. What gives? I'm just trying to be great. Ordered on the 12th, still hasn't shipped. Another ordered on the 12th, still hasn't come. She lives in the UK, so I understand it'll be longer, but be that as it may. No shipping notification. And then we had some other friends that went back and forth. One girl who talked about how she ordered on the 14th. It shipped first thing in the morning on the 15th, and then she got it on the 18th. Whereas her friend said, I ordered hers on the 12th, the day it was released, and it still hasn't shipped. I assumed I was just a bit down in the queue. You ordered yours after me and got it already. Another person ordered on the 13th, still hasn't gotten a confirmation email. Just so many. And then so many people that are frustrated. Juvia's did respond saying orders are taking a bit longer to ship out due to increase in orders because of new releases and restocks. We are working hard to get them out ASAP. We appreciate everyone's understanding and patience. But again, items that are being bought after people who originally purchased it, and then they're getting theirs before those of us. It's one, like I said, it's like sitting down in a restaurant. You place your order, you're waiting for your food. Someone else comes in and sits down and gets their food before you, who's waiting there this entire time. What gives? And so I had a myriad of comments that I wanted to screenshot to include in this video so that you see I'm not unjustified. I'm not the only one that this has happened to. There's a lot of people. And on Facebook Live tonight, while I was unboxing the video and whipping up this look, I was talking to some friends of mine in my Facebook group as well too, who also are mentioning, because you know, Juvia has had a very poor customer service rating throughout the months, but they're mentioning that some people are not even getting acknowledged, they're just getting outright blocked just for reaching out. And I could say I really don't have in one sense, I could say maybe that's far-fetched, but I have actual personal experience with this. I went to leave a review, and it was an unfavorable review when I, on a product that I got, I think, what was it? Yeah, the Masquerade palette. I went to leave an unfavorable review in regards to that, and the review was approved, but never displayed on their site. On their site, they only have the positive reviews, which is quite interesting. You would want to maybe see some of the bad with the good, because no one's perfect, and it's evident that no one is perfect. We can see that Juvia's place, you guys are not perfect in any way, shape, or form, but I would rather you own up to those imperfections rather than to go ahead and try to sweep them under the rug. It almost feels like, for those of us who aren't being acknowledged, that you don't care about us. You've got enough of a customer base anyways, because, you know, Juvia's has really blown up throughout the past year. Since their, you know, inception onto the scene as an indie brand and where it is they progressed to, I do have to give it to them. They do have amazing quality products, just shitty customer service. And I actually reached out to their customer service because, oh, excuse me. Y'all know I like to film after midnight. On the 6th business day, I was going through, pulling up comments and everything like that, and they had responded to someone saying that they actually had people on the web to respond. So I stated, and this associate's name was Jackie. I ordered the Zulu Palette and a brush set on the 12th. Nothing has shipped, but there have been plenty of other individuals who have received their palettes before me, even those who ordered after me. I sent an email this morning, 6 hours ago. This is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I sent this. I would like a status update, please. And I gave him my order number. Standard response. I am so sorry to keep you waiting. Right now, we are still processing your order as all orders are subjected to 5 to 7 business days from the time of purchase. Please keep in mind that this does not include weekends or holidays. Due to the high volume of orders, this can cause a little delay. Your order should ship out on or before, but not longer than June 21st. I will follow up with your order with the shipping department. As soon as your order ships, we will email you tracking information. Okay, standard generic response. But again, at this particular time, no holidays have passed that would impede mailing time. It's the 6th business day. I am aware of the processing times. However, considering that an abundance of consumers ordered their products after me and yet received their product before me, I have an issue. It should be first come, first serve, equal treatment for all. Like, how hard is that? And then, because I'm running that beta version of Android 8.0, my phone just randomly restarted. So I wound up getting a different associate whose name was Cynthia. And I explained to her what the situation was. She said, thanks for getting in touch. Let me first say that I apologize for the delay in shipping the item to you. This is a very high demand season for us. Therefore, we are a little behind in our orders. We are working hard to ship the package out as soon as possible. Our records indicate that the package is at the last shipping stage of the process, and we should send you an email as soon as possible with a tracking number that will allow you to track the package. Once again, I'm very deeply sorry for the whole situation. Have a wonderful day. And then she says, I see that Jackie have already contacted the shipment department for you. And I asked if it's not shipped on time, because their statement is after 10 days, not 10 business days, 10 calendar days, you're not eligible for a refund. But y'all ain't shipped my shit. So can I still get a refund if I want to, if y'all don't ship my shit? If I have to wait for the full business day to pass. And so she said that if you want a refund, we'll be happy to process it for you. I stated that it's only contingent upon whether or not the item ships on time, as you have quoted. My frustration is that though I understand that there is a high demand for your products, I find the claim of being behind on orders a little far-fetched, as I have screenshots of a multitude of individuals who have received their products early, especially those who ordered items after me, received their items before me. Like, that should not happen. Literally, it should be first come, first serve. I'm not trying to tell you how to run your business, but virtually anywhere you go to Walmart, they're not going to pick someone randomly out of line and have them go pay for their groceries or their purchases. At McDonald's, they're not going to pick you randomly out of line so that you can get your food. At the DMV, they're not going to pick you randomly out of line. At the job, here at the credit union, they're not going to pick you randomly out of line. You're going to go and be helped in the order that you arrived. First come, first served. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes. This is because when order is placed, the system assigned them random position in the shipping portal. Which, if you guys were adept and 100% on top of everything and could meet the demand without issues, I could understand how that might be beneficial, because it gives people kind of a fair shot, kind of. But also at the same time, if I ordered first, I should get my shit first. Not someone who comes in after me who gets their shit first, while me and a myriad of other people are just stuck waiting in the wind. That's unfair. And I say again, it should be first come, first serve. She says, unfortunately, this system is the one that assigns order number and position in the shipping portal. And I said, that is unfortunate. Be that as it may, my next concern is that should my products not ship tomorrow, Jackie alluded to the refund policy states that no refunds are to be given after 10 days. Are you willing to make an exception if tomorrow passes without any movement or shipment? And she says, we are aware of the situation and we will process it if we do not ship. And because I'm petty, this conversation has been documented to serve as affirmation if in the event that you do not meet the shipping time frame and as an exception to your refund policy. Thank you for your time. So since then, they did follow up on an email when I finally, on the 21st, I got the shipping email that my item actually started to move as of the 23rd with an estimated delivery date of July the 3rd. I received it today, June 30th. Technically it's July 1st since it's after midnight. Okay, cool. Rabbit. But, it's really frustrating to see that transpired. It's really frustrating that, and I can't tell someone how to run their business, but in a lot of places of business, it literally is first come, first serve. And I know that Juvia is overwhelmed right now. I do get that. I understand that everybody's wanting their items because it is the new hotness. It is hot shit. Their pigmentation is good. Their products are great as long as they're not damaged or already swatched when received. Heard someone's Zulu palette already had fingerprints on it. Come on now, that's disgusting. So, when everything is perfect or as close to perfect as can be, I get it. I understand. Then you may be able to go ahead and play with some stuff, play with a random assignment in the shipping and the order portal or whatever. I get that, but it should not be that way. And it's unfortunate that it happened that way because all that it does is continue to further tarnish the reputation that's already weak from Juvia's Place, at least in regards to their customer service. And, they were doing so well with everything that I ordered with the Saharan palette, with the Saharan eyeliner, with the magic palette, with the Saharan blush and the second Saharan blush. Literally everything was wham, 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 wham. Quick, no questions asked. I didn't have any kind of issues, no problems. I got shipping. Everything was in a timely manner. There weren't any issues until this came about. And again, it's just so frustrating that it happened. I understand shit happens and there's going to be things that happen, things that may be outside of even their circumstances because technically they're not the manufacturer. But still, that's where transparency can come about. If you are full forefront and honest, like, what? We are bogged down right now. What? There is going to be a delay. If you go ahead and make that information known, then that'll go ahead and set the expectation. Okay, all right, you know what? I don't know if I want to order this time. I may wait for a restock, or I don't know, maybe someone who is going to order it. Because, like I said, I picked up two because I knew that the demand would be high. Hey, Diana, can you go ahead and give me an extra one? Because I know that you're good for that. Thank you. I know you're good like that. Yeah, thank you. So if you are forefront and transparent with the issues that you're having, if you acknowledge people with the issues that they are having, then your reputation would not be in the standing that it is. God, I've been going in for 30 minutes. But again, I'm just a consumer. So the brushes, you can get cheaper brushes out there. Now, in the initial performance, they did well. They feel inexpensive. They feel very lightweight, and I don't know how strong this adhesive is here from the base to the handle, because to me, a brush's performance is really evaluated over time after I've had a chance to wash it to see how it is that it holds up against moisture, heavy use, repeated use, all of that. So I can't really say if I would encourage you to get those brushes or not. There's a ton cheaper out there. Hell, you can go to Elf or NYX or something like that and get cheap brushes. As for the shadow palette, if you can get your hands on it, if you want to risk it and you can get your hands on it, you'll be pleased. The color selection is great. I'm so glad that one thing Juvia is known for, and I will give them their credit where credit is due on this, is that they go against the grain when it comes to trends. So I am glad that we have nice, bold, bright, vibrant colors to work with. Like these two might be an interesting color combo. I'd like to see how it is that they transpire. That might be a next eye look or something. I do give it to Juvia's for being bold and different than that of the competitors when it comes to a color choice or shades that are available in their items. I give it to them for that. But as for how it is that things are being handled, I don't know. And it's a shame that Juvia's has this customer service rating that they do, and I had hoped that they were making progress, especially with all of the good that has happened in early 2017. I just hope that they'll learn from this, reassess, and can move forward with better expectations and better practices, because deleting things, deleting reviews and blocking people who have poor experiences, that's childish shit. And like, I can't block my boss when they're mad at me. The fuck I look like? I just randomly wanted to put a fidget spinner into a video. I like this fidget spinner. I got it from Five Below. Anyways, again, the Zulu palette is $17.50 from Juvia's website. The brushes are, this particular set is $5 for $25. Neither are in stock right now. Good luck finding them. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comments section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, this really long-ass video, or flagrant use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There's an X right here for you to click Get Your Life and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. I think I'm done for the weekend when it comes to filming. I actually have Saturday off. So I'm going to get this up and out. And then I'm going to check out an anime convention that's in town. So I may bring you a blog from that or not. But see, still spinning. $5. It's dope. Alright, let me get to uploading and editing, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.